All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the fifth episode of Mustang Studios. I'm Sadia, and who do we have here today?
I'm Sreya, the secretary.
Hi guys, my name's Harshita.
Hello, I am Padma. So, how are y'all doing today?
You know, it's not too bad for Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, right?
It is a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday. Man, that's what 3-day weekends do to you, bro. They just completely throw your sense of time out of whack. I mean, to be honest, I kind of don't know what day it is normally, but that doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, not too bad for Wednesday, but that just might have to do with the 3-day weekend.
But today is a special day because, my friends, we're here to talk about anime. Anime. Sure, why not? It was okay. This topic was requested by one of you lovely folks who put something in our comment section. Dropbox, I mean. It's true though. I think our Dropbox has just evolved into this weird mishmash of like a tips and like guidance thing, but also a comment section.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not disappointed.
It's the perfect development.
It's the
character development.
character development. It's pretty funny, not gonna lie.
We should be like YouTube and restrict access to like the dislike button and stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's no reason to just restrict it because there is no dislike because they're helping out small content creators. What a wonderful thing YouTube has done. They're really helping out a small content creators, man.
It's so stupid.
It's insanely dumb.
Yeah.
But talking about anime, what do you guys like to watch? Except, here.
You know the big three, like what is it? Jujutsu Kaisen, what is it? Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia.
They're valid.
They're good though. I mean, yeah.
I mean, the thing about those shows is that it's like, I wouldn't call them normie bait, but like those are the shows I think are lovely entryways into the world of anime.
Yes, I agree. They're not bad. Like I know people like say they're overrated or whatever, but I think they're worth the hype. They're like pretty
It's
good.
only because they're super popular. People think that they're overrated. I'm like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
so
reason
dumb.
why it's popular.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, and like...
Okay, we're fine. Oh, we swear. We're fine. We're perfectly okay. Put this in the middle.
Yeah, but have you guys watched the most recent season of Demon Slayer?
No, actually. No.
You guys need to. Okay, I'm not going to spoil any.
Yeah,
but okay, trust me, I did too, and I didn't think there's going to be.
Okay,
But there's a level of like you didn't think the Demon Slayer, and if you guys haven't watched Demon Slayer, first of all, go watch it. What are you doing? Go watch
avoid
Demon
social
Slayer.
media. That's all I can tell you.
Oh yeah, definitely
avoid
avoid
social
social media if you haven't watched Demon Slayer yet. Amazing show, love it. 10 out of 10. Music is phenomenal.
Dude, the music. Okay, the thing about Demon Slayer is that I'm gonna be factual with you. It's just that the story itself is like, dare I say, mid. It's a solid 8 out of 10 story-wise, but animation, it's Ufotable. What do you expect from Ufotable? 12 out of 10 hype, absolutely beautiful, eye-jizzingly good artwork, okay? There's no other way to describe it. Have you seen the animation for Fate? It's so good. But also, it's just that the story of like the revenge tale has been used a lot, but I think the thing that makes Demon Slayer different in that sense is just the setting and kind of like the way that it starts.
Mhm. It's really well done, honestly, and Demon Slayer itself is an amazing story. I really love it.
It's not an original story by any means, but I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just done differently.
Yeah,
in
there's a
sense.
reason those types are popular. Like someone was telling me, it's like, oh, the classic
Mhm.
tale that you can find in everything, and I'm like, yeah, that's called the hero's journey. There's a reason it's used
It's
everywhere.
it's basic it's narrative 101, honestly. But I think the whole concept of, oh, is a young boy trying to avenge his family and trying to cure his sister, it's very unique in the sense that mostly it's about a lover. It's mostly about finding yourself. But I think in anime especially, just sibling relationships have just been completely ruined.
Character design is, let's say that. Let's just end it at character design. There are some questionable character designs in anime, and We can all agree to that.
But the thing about this show that I love, especially, is the dynamic between Nezuko and Tanjiro, because they're not like anime siblings. They're not anime siblings. They're anime siblings. They're actual brother and sister in the show, which is so refreshing because I'm so tired of seeing all these like shows where the sister's weirdly into her brother.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, weirdly into her brother, but then there's the trope of like, oh, they're not blood related, so it's perfectly fine.
It's really not.
It's so weird, dude. People are into that apparently. I'm just like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just makes it a whole lot more uncomfortable for me specifically because I have a brother who's the exact same age as me.
Can we get some siblings? Could we get some siblings that are actually like hating each other like they are in real life? Because no
I think
siblings are like
they're-
doting
okay.
siblings, though, guys.
There is one anime I believe that has like a really good way of depicting sibling interaction. I'm just trying to find the name. It's like this slice of life rom-com kind of thing. Not between the siblings, obviously.
Okay, okay.
That's
Thank goodness,
weird, as
thank
we've
goodness,
already
yeah.
established. I'm just trying to find the name. It'll come to me. Whatever, it's fine.
No, but what are your guys' top animes? Like your favorites?
You wanna start?
Like, outside of maybe the popular ones.
I
don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I'm still like starting to watch anime, so don't know out of like the top favorites. I mean, I don't know, it's probably like a top, but one of my favorite animes so far have been Doctor Stone. I love that one, and I started reading the manga.
Oh,
And
as you should.
It's so good.
Okay. For any of y'all who haven't watched Dr. Stone, let me give you a little rundown. Let me tell you on this show. Imagine chemistry and science and physics, but anime and just beautiful artwork and just a very compelling story. Because the main premise of the show is that you have the protagonist Senku, Ishigami Senku, who's in this mega genius, like Jimmy Neutron levels of like 5 head or whatever, and basically he really, really loves science. I mean, that's basically how the show kind of kicks off. But then at some point when they're in like modern Japan or whatever, this huge beam of light just spreads out throughout the entire world, and everyone just becomes completely petrified. They become stone. But the catch is Senku, he's also been turned to stone. No one was immune to this, but the thing is, I think he was one of the first couple people to break out due to the fact that he's just been continuously counting numbers just in his brain, continuously calculating time. And because his brain was active the entirety of the time, I think he managed to break out.
Yeah. He managed to break out.
And then after that, he found the petrified bodies of his friends Taiju and Yuzuriha, and he managed to come up with this solution that breaks the petrification process.
Yeah. And here, let me sell you on it even more. Senku makes gunpowder.
Oh yeah, that happens in the
In the first 5-ish episodes.
he makes gunpowder.
Yeah, and
They also make ramen and they make Coke. They can
and
they
Coke.
actually.
Oh, by the way, that's Coca-Cola for you guys.
They probably made the other version at some point in the story. They're just not telling us. I can guarantee you that. But anyways, they actually show you the recipes on how to like make these things from scratch. So I think they even have like a DIY video on how to make cola from scratch.
Yeah, they
which is
do.
Pretty amazing.
And like, let's just say I've learned more from watching this anime about physics, chemistry, earth science, literally all types of science than I have by just actually being in class. I've retained more information.
Did you know that silver is a great indicator of toxic gases in the air? Because they
poison
in general, because they had this one episode where they had to collect sulfuric
something. A really poisonous gas. A really poisonous gas.
So basically, he used a spear coated in silver to like stick. He stuck it out in front of him and just kind of track the area. And when the silver turns black, it means that the air is toxic and you cannot breathe it, and you have to like run. You have to like get out of there.
But amazing anime. I think he has extracted it because this is like
Mhm.
3,000 plus years in the future. So
Yeah.
like a lot of the resources that we've kind of
They even make computers in this anime from scratch.
Oh yeah, they did.
From
Yeah,
scratch,
It was
yeah.
super cool to see like.
Spoilers, but not really.
Not
we already
really.
know
It's
they're
not really a
genius.
Hey man,
spoiler. Just
they also make beer in this
Yeah.
anime from scratch.
First episode actually.
Not beer, but
Alcohol.
It
They
was
make
alcohol,
alcohol
yeah, I
because
think-
he needed it
Is
for
it
the.
Yeah, he needed etching alcohol, which is a
yeah.
chemistry ingredient. For those of you who were a bit
Chemistry
confused
nerds.
about that. But great anime. Definitely, if you guys are thinking it would be bad because it has science, it's not. All-time favorite, super funny.
No, it's actually really interesting the
It
way
is
it's
really
executed.
interesting.
That's the thing. You might think it's like going to be tedious and stuff. No, it's
He's
fun.
like every
Watch
shonen-
it or read the
You know,
manga.
he's like every overpowered shonen protagonist, but the difference in this shonen protagonist and other shonen protagonists is this dude is overpowered in his brain. You know, every
And
other
weak. And physically
no,
weak.
yeah, he's about as limp as a noodle, dude. That's how weak he is.
I don't know. It's just a tad bit too sciencey for me from the first few episodes. I remember we watched it in math, right?
We watched it in
Yeah.
calc together.
It might be because it was the calc setting, so my brain was already like kind of dead. But
Your brain was already, it was in the wrong primer.
yeah,
You were in the wrong headspace to watch this.
exactly. Especially with like Big Hero 6 playing in the background. So like,
Oh my god.
Or like Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
yeah. I think, these kinds of animes, I feel like really mainstream. But the thing about anime is that for some reason we don't like to think it's mainstream, even though it is kind of becoming mainstream.
It's growing. It's a growing field. Like one anime I really like to go back and watch whenever it really helps me get motivated is Haikyuu, I think is how you pronounce it. I might be
Haikyuu.
pronouncing it wrong.
No, I think
But
that's
it's
right.
I always mess up the pronunciation, but super motivational. Let's just say it almost made me cry after the first episode, but after that
episode.
yeah, the first episode. It's so well done, even for people who don't like sports animes. Like, for retrospect, I hated volleyball with a passion before I watched this. Hated volleyball with a passion.
The thing is, I don't really get the appeal of sports anime. I get it, they're cool and all. The premise is like every other shonen, but
it's always the same plot, right? They always just win at the end. I mean,
that's the hero's journey in a nutshell.
it's the
You
point.
can't really
It's the
complain
point
about it,
of the
right?
show, but like, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, but the nice thing about Haiku is that they don't always win. You actually see the team lose
that's
and then
true.
actually grow and then train themselves.
That's so true.
Yeah, they've accepted the fact, like, yes, they have some really overpowered, amazing players, but all of these players improve throughout the show. It's a constant journey of improvement, and it's going, like, I finished the manga, so I don't know what happens, but it's going to continue and happening. They're not going to just win. You don't know that. It's really good.
Honestly, that kind of sells the show for me because, like, I think showing the characters' growth and their development to actually improve and not showing them constant win is definitely like promising to see and actually relate to in a way.
Oh,
yeah.
the thing is, it's like, okay, I want to get into sports anime, but the problem is the community that surrounds it kind of just puts me off. Like, I know how they say that you're not supposed to let the community influence.
Honestly, don't even look at the community.
Yeah.
Just enjoy a show.
That's
like MHA
okay.
has such a like
That's the-
strange fandom, but like
If you want to
you
get
should-
into strange fandoms, boy, do I have a story to tell you.
oh my goodness, please tell.
Okay, the thing is, I know how they keep saying that you shouldn't let the community influence your decision to watch something, but the problem is, if you want to interact with content related to the show that you watch, you will inevitably run into that community. No matter how hard you try to stay out of it, it's simply going to happen. Like, I just started getting into like Genshin Impact. It's a household name in the upcoming gacha game sphere. Those of you who do not know what Genshin Impact is, it's an RPG. It's like not a JRPG. It's actually a Chinese game developer who made this game. But the thing is, It's an open world RPG gacha game where you have to, for those of you who don't know what gacha is, it's a completely it's like, think of it this way. It's like gambling. It's a horrible way to put it, actually. It's a horrible way to put it, but think of it this way. It's like you collect stuff with special in-game currency, like in the case of Genshin Impact, it's Primo Gems, and in the case of something like what is it? Fate Grand Order or something, it's what is it?
Or for example, with the new like 2022 English release of Twisted Wonderland, they have gems.
Yeah. So you collect all these special characters with weapons or whatever it is through the gacha, which is basic. I don't know. Maybe we'll get back to this. I apologize for the really confusing explanation, but I'll explain it, I promise. It's really interesting, by the way. It's really interesting in how they implement this kind of collection system into games like RPGs. Which I feel like certain games like League of Legends, for example, they have a different way to get champions and stuff, right? But then sometimes I feel like I just got so used to the gacha format being like, oh, this is just sounds like the most logical way to get new heroes, new weapons or whatever. So I'm thinking, how do they do it in games like League? How do you get all these new characters that you play with? Because I don't think there's a gacha in League. I don't think that's how it works.
There's a lot of real life currency involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It also might include just like winning stuff, like winning challenges. I don't know. I haven't played League personally, so I don't know.
Anyone who's played League, please do let us know, like, how does League work? If you've also played gacha games, tell us in the gacha terms, how does this work?
Yeah, but we just had another person join us. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Bhavika. I'm the treasurer, and sorry you guys I came late. I was just really held up in success.
Yeah, yeah. That's fine.
All right. Yeah, do you guys have any anime recommendations?
Oh boy.
Ask Bhavika and Papa, please. They help a lot.
We're like the resident veterans in this podcast at the moment.
Yes, I mean in this topic of like animes or video games too. Honestly, if you're like looking for a video game, I guess Zelda Breath of the Wild is also a good game. It has really good graphics too, and if you're familiar with Genshin Impact, you should be able to get the controls of Zelda Breath of the Wild pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. I think my biggest recommendation, if you also want to get into games, is that do it on your PC. Mobile gaming is hard, bro. It's really hard, especially when you're playing games like Genshin Impact.
Candy Crush.
I wish it were as easy as Candy Crush, trust me. And there's a gacha involved in Candy Crush where you get all the different like bombs or whatever through some sort of raid up. Nah. I don't think people would want a gacha in Candy Crush.
Into the game.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Behave.
You want it? Imagine if they like animified. It's a new word now.
Animified. They animified like Scar from The Lion King.
They did.
They animified him, and looking through Twitter comments made me want to like burn my eyes.
That's also a common theme when you're in the anime fandoms.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is just unhinged. Completely unhinged, this kind of stuff. Like
sometimes Twitter is just funny, but in like the worst kind of funny. You're like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I'm laughing at it.
Yeah.
it's just peak Gen Z. It's like Gen Z humor. It's like, why is this funny? I know for a fact, logically, this isn't funny. Like, what is it? There's this one video of a bread piece just falling over with Hiro Yoshikage's theme playing. And I know for a fact it's not supposed to be funny because it's just a piece of bread falling over, but I just can't help but giggle when I see it. Has the internet just rewired my brain to laugh at the most random things?
If it makes you feel any better, you know the Lion King theme where it just goes, oh, wumbo. I just start laughing on the spot.
I don't think that's a Lion King theme, though.
No, because like there was this guy who was being like flung out of his seat, and then the Lion King theme plays when he's like falling in slow motion, and that video made my sides hurt.
This is what happens when in the internet for too long. Be warned.
Yeah, but like talking about that, you guys, we've talked about like a couple of big animes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Demon Slayer, and then we obviously, you guys have probably heard of Jujutsu Kaisen, another really big one. We've talked about Dr. Stone and also Haiku, but like we're missing like a big genre of anime that's really out there, which is
What?
Psyche K is
So
awesome.
good.
so good. Yes. Comedy slice of life. But the genre I was talking about, sorry, Babika, just
We already talked about shonen. It's basically what we
isekai.
Oh! A collective groan. Oh my god.
So, for those of you non-anime watchers, can one of us explain what isekai is?
Imagine you're
A loser.
You're a dude. Okay, I'll give you the most generic.
Am I wrong?
To explain isekai as simply as possible, like explain to me like I'm 5. You're a dude in a tracksuit. You're basically a NEET.
And you
Which-
have glasses.
A glass.
Oh.
No. These two won't get
No,
isekai.
no,
For context, Harshita and Sadia both wear glasses, but I don't think they're going to be isekai anytime soon.
I hope
Thankfully,
not.
no.
They'll be fine. So the thing is, you're like a shut-in, a nerd kind of. You don't go outside or to. It's not a call out, okay? Stop. Let me explain.
But basically, to sum it up, it's someone gets transported into another world
By dying.
by dying.
Usually they're a loser.
More often than not, it is usually a person.
They're a shut-in. They're like antisocial or whatever. They only come out once in like 10 days to like buy food and they just leave. Yeah, and for some reason that also happens in the show.
Shreya, you need to say these things into the mic.
Yeah, they're gold.
Well, they always get like harems of like
Oh my god, yes.
beautiful people, and it's like
And those
why
girls
you don't
are,
have a
like, brain
personality.
dead.
Yeah, and
It's like this is basically the waifu lineup. This is like, to put in the terms that I can describe it as simply, it's like the waifu swayamvara, okay? So historical vocab terminology. Swayamvara is an ancient like Indian practice of like kind of like where a princess has this entire selection of like princes she can choose from, or it could also be the other way around. And then they go through a set of trials and figure out who's the most suitable heir to the throne, or like who's the most suitable, spouse to the prince or princess or whatever. That's what happens in these animes. It's like for some reason they're always put in these really weird and like not perilous, but like just straight up weird situations. Or like, oh, I'm best girl, pick me kind
and
of
he's
stuff.
always so dense for some reason.
Oh my
like,
god,
I
yes.
don't know.
Yes. But I think one exception to this this gripe that we have with isekai is a lovely show called
Which one? There's a lot out there. So.
Mushoku Tensei.
Oh, Mushoku Tensei is like different, but it has these really weird and straight off the bat, the main character is a pervert. There's no beating around the bush about that. But
Aren't
like,
they all?
no, not all. Oh yeah.
Konosuba is just like he's transcended the pervertness. He's just, dare I say, he's a Chad? Would you call him a Chad? I don't know.
Yeah, but like one sort of decent isekai that I like watching is, some people just call it the slime anime. It's the full title is officially That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
That's also one thing I have a problem with. Why are these titles so insanely long?
Yeah.
Like,
And they're so incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Like, can you be a little bit more creative?
Yeah, but yeah, it's like, but at least it tells you exactly what it's about.
All right.
apparently the Japanese, especially in Japan, the youth they just got bored of reading blurbs, so they just want the entire thing described in like one shot. They're like, the time I got what is it called? Empress L, what is it? Empress or whatever it's called. All routes lead to doom. I don't know what they.
Like it's like the villainous.
My life as a villainous.
All routes
lead to doom. So right off the bat, you know exactly what you're getting into. Right off the bat.
Speaking of like anime centric, I think me and Shreya can relate to like topics of games.
No,
Shreya, you've never talked. I'm going down. You're going down with me. And games. So basically, like Usually, when you're on the internet for too long, you get bored, you run into some stuff, and then you run into dating simulators. Some are good, some are bad, and some are just straight up hilarious.
You play them as jokes, guys. We're not desperate. Don't worry.
Why do you have to be specific about that?
What should I say?
We can open up with like games from like middle school, like Mystic Messenger.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. That has a deep story, guys. It's like it's more than the romance. The romance is so cringy, by the way. But like the storyline is actually good. So
Mhm. And we can talk about like the heroines where you're either really nice or really much of a jerk.
exactly. The options go from like, oh my goodness, his abs are so like hot or whatever. Like you literally say it to the person to
And
like
then there's like, I hope you go down the bottom of my shoe
Exactly.
and die.
like just die. Like
And I'm like, can I just have a neutral option?
can we be normal heroines or whatever? I don't know.
And there's also this subgenre called like Josmeke, I think. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's just handsome people, but you don't date them.
Wait, what?
You talk to them. It's like hints of romance, but it's not. It's essentially not a romance.
What?
makes
what-
sense.
Okay. So, I'm
Sorry.
confused.
For my like explanation, I think I can look it up on my phone.
All right. Yeah, I think we should probably continue this on another like
We can go to another
episode
topic.
because it's a little bit too long and we gotta eat lunch. So, all right. So this is the end of this podcast episode. So if you guys have anything you want us to say or want to say to us, you can email the club at mhhsms@lammersvilleusd.net. Give us a voice message on Anchor. Fill out the Dropbox Google form, or you can go to our physical Dropbox, which is located outside of L121, and drop us a message there. By doing that, your messages will be featured on our podcast. All right, so now we're gonna get the Dropbox right now and read what's inside. Also, Richard's get. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm back, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. I came a bit late because I was like super busy with stuff to do. So, and I didn't really feel that I could contribute much to anime because I don't really watch it. But I'm here because I wanna do the outro with you guys and read the messages with you guys. So, yeah, let's see what we have. What's our first message?
Your mom. Thank you. Your mom too.
Yeah, let's appreciate all mothers.
Don't forget to get your mother a gift for Mother's Day.
Yeah. Oh wait, when is that?
That's May.
That's
May. Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, every day is Mother's Day. Whatever.
and also there's no harm in starting. So
Yeah. Right. What's next? Oh, let me read this. Share my voice. Where is your voice? Well, actually, well, you did write it down, so I guess I shared your message. Right, thank you for that one. Who wants to read this one? Yeah, you could just talk about it.
Among Us. Anyways, just gonna go to the next one. Oh, and this one says Whapper.
It's Whopper.
Wow, no, it's A. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just gonna.
While writing that.
Please don't be a reference to
Okay, this one says music, please. Well, yeah, we have the intro music and outro music on our
I think
podcast.
we meant music
that enough?
recommendations.
Oh, music recommendations. I don't know if I mean, I do like K-pop. Like anybody else?
Yeah, yeah. If you want any K-pop recommendations, you can ask us.
Yeah, we
but
can
I don't
have
know. Anyone else?
We can have a podcast episode about K-pop as well. Maybe.
I guess if you wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also like other like genres of music too, like visual K and things like that.
Mm.
Yeah, we can talk about like our favorite songs.
And just like music in
Thoughts and
general.
opinions,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this one. No?
All right, and this one says Nicki Minaj.
I mean,
Mm,
Yes,
relate
I
to
don't
music.
know.
Why not?
Sure.
like there's this person. I guess this person really loves Nicki Minaj because they put a heart on the message as well. Maybe they want us to give a shout out to Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but okay.
All right, this one says opinions on minions. That rhymes.
They're okay, but they're very annoying.
Yeah, I love the way
Yeah.
that they talk though. It's so
The
so
Minions- nice.
nice.
The Minions movie was kind of meh, but the Despicable Me movies were good. So there's that.
What's this? I don't know what it says.
Let me see. Okay. Okay. What stories do you guys like to read?
Okay, so we're thinking about doing a whole episode on this because I'm pretty sure like some of our members want to contribute because it's very interesting. Do you guys want to kind of like give out like some of stuff what you read?
Yeah, I've actually it has been a while since I've read books on my own, like on my own time. I feel like I don't even have the time anymore, but I think the last book that I read was probably I don't even know, some young adult book. Maybe the Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan.
Mm. Also, you're technically reading a book right now because we're reading The Kite Runner in English.
Yeah, in our English class, yeah.
You guys wanna?
Oh, and by the way, there was like a name on the note when I say the name. Yeah, this message, by the way, was by Jace True. Thank you, Jace. All right, on to the next message. You want to read this one? All right. Ooh, okay. Who wants to read this one? Here, let me read it. This one is. Wait, you want to read it?
Sure. What is your opinion on school?
No, Wi-Fi.
School
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. School Wi-Fi.
School Wi-Fi. It's garbage.
It's trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the internet
It's
is super
alright.
spotty.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And also, it's the reason why we have so many troubles with like attendance and things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The last message. Who wants to read this one? Hey, you wanna read it?
Will you do a little dance? What do you mean by that?
That's like a reference to our like last episode's Dropbox thing.
Yeah, please don't write messages like that next time.
Yeah, that's kind
I don't.
of comfy.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess it shows that people actually pay attention to what we're talking about. And that's all the messages in the Dropbox. You wanna
All right, so that's basically it, and it's officially the end of the 5th episode. So follow us on our Instagram for updates, which is at at MHHS Mustang Studios. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also called Mustang Studios, and add our podcast to your Spotify playlist. It's all linked on Anchor. Bye, everyone.
Bye everyone. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.